Hey, what's going on guys? Welcome to my channel. I'm AK. In this video, I'm going to show you how to easily publish your Flutter application on Play Store. So this is going to be a step-by-step guide for those who want to make their Flutter application available for Android users on Play Store. So this video is going to have two parts. In the first part, we are going to prepare our application for uploading on Play Store. That includes signing the application and configuring the Android files, and finally building the release version of our application. And in the second part, we are going to set up a new application on Play Console, not Play Store, Play Console. That includes configuring internal testers and setting up the app content, and finally uploading the app bundle file we generated in the first part. So let's get started. So here, as you can see, I have VS Code open with my project, and also I have an emulator on which my application is running. So if I give you a little bit of preview of my application, this is just a simple counter app for Muslims who want to do dhikr on their mobile phone. So you can tap on any card, dua card, and you can actually increase or count how many times you said this dhikr. And it has a statistics screen. You can check out your best and your total, and how many times you did per day during a month. And also there's a theme switcher. You can change from light to dark and things like that. So I want to upload this application on Play Store and make it available for Android users. Now please prepare your application before we get started, and if you follow along, you should be good to go. Okay, so first of all, I want to open up my browser. Here I want to at the beginning I want to show you a simple blog article I wrote for you, so that you can easily follow along with me. Instead of writing each piece of code I write during this video, you can just copy paste it and make some adjustments, and then you can actually set up your own project to make it publishable on Play Store. So I'll give the link in the description. Now let's start from the first one. Here, as you can see, the first one is signing the app, and for signing the application we need to run certain command line based on our machine, the machine we are working on. So if you are on Mac or Linux, you have to run this command line, the first one, or if you are on Windows, you have to run this command line. So please copy the command line based on your operating system, and I want to copy this one, the first one, because I'm on Mac. And I want to open my project, so you have to open your project, and please you make sure you are in the root folder of your project. Now that is tasbih, this is the root folder of my application, and I want to paste the code, the command line I copied from, oops, I think I did not copy. Okay, let me copy it again. This one, okay, let's copy it, copy that, let's come here and paste it. If I paste it, here you can see it generates a file. Now if I press enter, it generates a keystore file here, upload keystore.jks, in the home directory of my machine. So I want to press enter. Please copy paste it and press enter. Now it asks me a password. So I need to give a password that should be strong, so because that is needed to actually update our application. Every time you want to update your application, you want to sign your application with this keystore file generated, and you need your password for it. So please enter a password and remember it, write down that somewhere. So I want to give a password to it. Okay, I think this one should be good. Okay, it asks me one more time to confirm it. Yeah, while you are writing it, it actually is not going to show you what you are writing. That's kind of for protection purposes. So it's just write that the password you want to enter, and you are actually inserting a password. So if I enter, okay, now my password matches, and it is asking me my first and last name. So you can give your first and last name, and it asks your organization. And if you don't want it, you can just press enter. It will skip it, setting it as unknown. So I want to just say it AK. So I will give it AK as well. And what is the name of your city or locality? Okay, I want to give it Seoul. Okay, let me make it Seoul again. And then finally, probably Korea. So now it is asking me if the information I entered is correct here in the list. So I can type yes and enter. Now it generated the file. Here, as you can see, it shows me the location, users Mac upload keystore.jks. So it is here. So now we are done with this part. And we have to actually configure the Android files for this. So I will come up here again. I will open the browser and that blog tutorial. Here, as you can see, the next one is reference the key store from the app. So we need to give the reference to that key store we generated. So I'll copy this. Okay, I think I should do something like that. Okay, I'll copy this. For it, we have to come to this Android folder in your project, and there we need to generate, under the Android folder, we need to generate one file that is called key.proper properties. This is the file we want to create, so the name should match to this one. And then I want to paste the block of code from the article. You can copy it from there, and here you can see it asks me the store password and the key password, and then this you can set it as it is. This is upload key store file and the path to that store file. So please write your password here. I'm not going to show my password to you. I'll write my password, and probably I'll skip this part of the video. Okay, first of all, let me set the location to the key store. I'll remove it. So it should be something like that. Users, if you remember, I have this path generated. I can just copy it and paste it here. If I copy and paste it here, I actually gave the path to that file, and let me show you that file as well. So probably I will open a new Finder, and I'll open the home, and if I come down here, you can see upload key store. This is the file that has been generated with the command line we ran before. So now we are actually referencing to this file. So I gave the reference. Now I want to write the password to it. You can just write your password here, and I'll skip this part of the video so that my password is not visible to you. Okay, now I actually entered my password here. As you can see, the key.properties file is there. I hope you also entered your password. So we move on to the next step. So the next step is configuring signing in Gradle. So now we need to actually make some changes to Gradle file in our Android app build Gradle file. This is the location, okay? So I'll show you here. So now you open the Android folder, and inside the Android folder you open app folder, and in there you have build.gradle file. So this is the file. So here, okay, I want to close the terminal. So here, as you can see, inside build.gradle, there are a bunch of code. So we actually need to load the local.properties. Not local.properties, but key.properties file. So here, if you look at the guide, there is a line of code. So you need to copy this. here, this part, not the Android, not this part, only this part. All right, just copy that and come up here. Here, as you can see, Android. It should be inserted here before the Android block here. Okay. Now what this code does is it gets the instance of properties and it actually loads the file key.properties. If you remember, we created here key.properties file, and it loads that file and checks if it exists. If it exists, it then creates input stream. Now we did that, and we move to the next part. The next one is we need to change the the release block in build types here. I want to show you it's in the same build.gradle file. If you check Android block, and here, as you can see, there is build types inside there, release block. In there you can see there is the debug, signing configs dot debug. So we want to change this to release, okay, because we are releasing this application. So change that part and come to the block tutorial again, and now we want to add one more block there so that we can actually tell the Gradle what kind of information there in our in our key.properties file, and we want to upload everything from that file. Okay, I want to copy it. As you can see, build types, it should dot release. We changed that. You don't need to copy with build types. You can just copy this block, signing configs. Okay, copy that and come here. Above the build types, you can paste it just like that. Okay, now we paste that, and here what it does, as you can see, it actually sets the configuration for our release version of the app, and it loads the key prop above in here. As you can see, above the Android, we loaded the key.properties file, right? Here, key properties. Now after loading it, we are actually setting all the configuration here, key alias, as you can see, like this, key properties. We are getting the information from that key.properties file for every property here, just like that. Okay. Now we want to move to the next one. So now we are actually done with configuration of the Android files. We can just save it and we can close it. So now I want to open the terminal again. I'll open it. I'll just clear it. Please make sure your application is running. You can actually check it here. It's already running, so I want to close it, and I want to actually run it one more time so that to make sure our application is running properly. Okay, until it loads, I skip this part. So let me check it. Okay, now our application is running. Hopefully we don't have any error or anything if it runs properly. Okay, so everything is fine. So if you do not have any error, everything should be fine. You can move on to the next step. So I want to close the application again. Okay, now what you want to do is run Flutter command to build the release version of your application. So Flutter build app bundle. So I want to create an app bundle file, Flutter build app bundle. This will create that app bundle file. So I want to press enter. As soon as I do that, it takes some time until it actually builds the build file for us. So until it does that, let's actually go to the browser and go to Play Console. All right. So you want to go to Play Console. So here, play.google.com console, as you can see here, up here, and I'm sure you already have an account here. So here I have a bunch of apps, so you don't need to focus on that. You can just, what you need to focus is create app. So as soon as I come here, as you can see, I'm in all apps, and there I have create app. Probably yours might be empty, so I want to press create app. Please press that create app wherever it is located. So I want to give the name to the app, to my app. So that is the name of our application. So yeah, I can set the default language as it is. So, and then I want to choose the category for my app. This is app, not game. And I want to choose the app if it is free or not. Okay, that is a free application, and you have to actually accept these laws, some terms and conditions. And you can, after you are done that, you can create the application. If you do that, it will create an application. It'll take a little bit, and then loading the console. Now we are in the dashboard of our application. Okay, so this is, as you can see here, up here there is a name, Tasbih. So this is the name of our application, and here there are a lot of settings. Okay, let's check the application if it's done or not. Okay, it's still running. So okay, actually while it's running, we can move on to the next step. All right, so I want to open that. Okay, here when you created an application in Play Store for the first time, you need to actually set up some settings before you can upload. The first thing you need to do is actually create a internal testing. So because you want to upload your application and test it with testers. So that's basically the purpose of it. So you don't have to actually test it with testers. You can test it on your own, and then actually just upload it after setting up this, configuring this internal testers. Then you can just publish it. So first of all, you need to select testers, and here, if you do not have testers, I already have a list of testers here. If you do not have one, you can actually select this one, create email list, and it will open up this, and you can give this list name, like, I don't know, my testers, something like that, and you can input some emails. I don't know, my friend's email, something like that. You can separate it with comma, or you can upload a CSV file with the list of emails. Okay, so after that, you can actually after you're done that, you can save changes. All right, I'm not going to do it because I already have the list. So that's pretty simple. So now when you created the email list, the list of testers, you can select that, and after that you should give a feedback URL or email address. I want to give mine okay, gmail.com. so save this. Okay, now I saved it. Now I want to come up here, as you can see, select testers. Now it's checked, and we need to create a new release. So let's create a new release. Release here means actually uploading the built version of your application, and that is a release version of your app. Now we are generating it. So let's check it out. Okay, as you can see here, it is already generated. It is 23.0 MB, that is 23 megabytes. So that is located inside the build app outputs bundle and release folder. All right, so I want to come up here. As you can see, there's a build folder. I want to reveal it in Finder. So if you go into build app and then outputs and then bundle, there's a release. Okay, so if you open that folder, this is the file you want to upload on Play Store. So I want to come up here. As you can see, it asks drop app bundles here to upload. So let's actually drop it. If everything is fine, it should accept this. Okay, if you drop it, it takes some time. So here, as you can see, now everything is fine. We have app bundle file uploaded. So it's accepted. It as you can see, API levels 19 plus, and target SDK 33, and some other information. So here, as you can see, release name is now the build number of, or the version and build number of our application. So that's that. Now you can save it. If I press enter, it gets saved. And here, as you can see, there are some warnings. So you can actually ignore this for now. Okay, let's save it first. I want to save that. Okay. Now it is available to internal testers. As you can see, it is available to internal testers, but we do not want to test this app with internal testers. We want to publish it. And for that, we need to set up a, if you come down here on the right, on the left navigation bar, there is app content. We need to set up app content, okay? If you come here, there are 10 declarations need attention. As you can see here, 10 declarations. So we basically need to tell about our application to the Play Store. What the application is, what kind of information it has, whether it has ads or in terms of user data, whether you save it or not, things like that. Okay, let's start one by one. Let's start with the privacy policy. The first one, you need to give a privacy policy URL to your app. So what privacy policy URL is, basically you need to give a link to a page where there is a privacy policy information about your application. You can actually search on Google how to generate privacy policy for app, and you can actually generate a privacy policy just for free. There are free applications to generate that. I already have a privacy policy generated. You can go ahead and actually create that. So this is the privacy policy link for my app. So I want to come, okay, let me close this. I want to come here, I want to check that. So this is just a simple privacy policy. As you can see, it just talks about what the application is and what kind of information it has, and whether it saves user information or not, and things like that. Okay, so I want to copy this link and I want to come to here and I want to paste it. So this is the privacy policy URL to my app. So I just want to save it. You can actually write your privacy policy if your application is simple, kind of similar to mine. Actually, you can get the idea from this and create your own. So, and then the next one is about ads, whether your app has apps. My application has apps, so I will select yes, my app contains ads, and I'll save it. And then I can come back, and here app access. So if it is about whether your application requires login or not. Okay, so all functionality is available without special access. Okay, I'm going to select that one and save it. So, and come back again, and content ratings. So you need to rate the content of your application. So it might take a little bit because it asks you some questions. Start questionnaire. Here, email address. So I will write the same email address I wrote before. Okay, so that's, you can actually give your email address, and then this is actually all other types. Okay, it's not a game, it's not social or communication, but other type of ad. So I'm going to select all other types. Okay, now does the app contain any ratings relevant content, like kind of, you know, profanity, violence, language, and things like that? So no, it does not have anything like that. User content sharing. Okay, does the app natively allow users to interact or exchange content with other users? Okay, no, it's not actually doing that. Users are not sharing their data with each other or actually saving their data in external server. So the next one, online content. Does the app feature or promote content that isn't part of the initial app download but can be accessed from the app? Examples of this type content are movies in the next Netflix app, product listings in Amazon Shopping, songs, Shopify, news articles, and okay, let's select no. So we don't have those kind of information. Promotion or sale of age-restricted products. No, we do not have any adult content there, so we are going to select no. And miscellaneous. So does the app share the user's current or precise physical location with other users? No, it's not actually accessing user location. Does the app allow users to purchase digital goods? No, our app is just simple. Is the app a web browser or search engine? No. Is the app primarily a news or educational product? So no, it's not. Okay. So after we are done that, we can save it. If you save that, this next button gets available. Okay. Now the summary, your ratings, as you can see, all ages, everyone. So basically everything is fine. Our application is simple. It's not like violating any kind of user privacy and things like that. Okay, I want to save it. Okay, as you can see, it's done now. All of it are configured. We can go back. And the next one is target audience and content. Okay, let's start that. It is similar to the previous one. So basically you need to select the age range for your application. So it could be, let's select, I don't know, 6 to 10 and all of these ones. So basically this should be, okay, not 6 to 10, but 9, from 9. Okay, you can actually select any age range here, but make sure your application is suitable for that age range you selected. So that should be taken into consideration. And the next one, personal and sensitive information. Does your app collect any personal sensitive information? No, it's not collecting. So, and then I certify this app, including all APIs, SDKs, and ads, complies with the applicable laws and regulations relating to children. Yes. Okay. Next one. And then the next one is ads. Are all of the ads in your app suitable for children? Oh, and either. Okay, I think it's not. So let's select no, because I think we need to change the setting here because our application has, oh, okay. Let me save it first. Now, okay, export approved program. Okay, let's come, okay, I think I need to save it again. Summary. Boom. Okay, I think I need to change the age range because my application has that come to this action it. If you have similar thing, like mine here, you need to come up here, target audience and content. Let's change this. So I selected 9 to 12. Okay, I think I need to select this 13 to 15. So this should be all right. Okay. Now, could your soliciting unintentionally appeal to children? No. Okay. After that, let's save it. Now we modified our previous settings, and we can go back. News app. Start. So, is it a news app or not? If your application is news app, you can select yes or not. So I'll select no because my application is not a news app. I saved it and come back again. So basically, guys, it is kind of a little bit time consuming if you do not want it. If you want to do it just by yourself, you can skip this part of the video and just do all this these declarations by yourself. All right, so I'm going to do it here so that everyone can understand what these things are. So next one is about COVID-19. So after this COVID-19 came out, they actually added this part as well. So my app is not publicly available COVID-19 contact tracing or status app. So yeah, I'm going to select this one because it's not related to anything like COVID. Okay. Data safety. Now we are going to check this part. What you need to disclose. So you can read these things basically. So I uploaded a lot of applications so far, so I'm kind of pretty familiar with it. You might be thinking why he's skipping a lot of things. Basically, you can just read them. I'm trying to give you a basic idea of what that is. All right, so I hope you understand that. So here in this one, data safety, basically you have to tell about users' data safety to users. Okay, so let's move to the next one. Does your app collect or share any of required user data types? No. Okay, let's save it. Most of the things here are kind of pretty similar, so I don't know why they collect the same information again and again. So anyway, let's move on. Now we have the privacy policy URL set already here. If you do not have set that, you might be kind of asked to add a privacy policy URL. So we are good. Save it and come back again. And now we have two declarations. Advertising ID, start. Okay, here it asks us about, we selected that our application contains ads, right? So that's why we need to set some declarations here as well. Does your app use an advertising ID? So yes, it is using. So why does your app need to use an advertising ID? This includes any SDKs that your app imports that use advertising IDs. So basically, advertising used to display target ads. Here, this one. You can select this one if your application is using just ad mob like mine. You can use advertising or marketing this one because it says used to display or target ads or marketing communications or measure of ad performance. For example, displaying ads in your app, sending push notifications to promote. You can select this one. And then the next one, what is it? Developer used to send news, notifications, analytics, features in your app, for example, to enable functionality. Okay, yeah, this one should be all right. You can move to the next one. We save it, and this one is done. Come back again, and we have just the final one, government app. Okay, it asks, I think, one question. Is your app developed by or on behalf of a government? No, it's not. It's just created by me, on behalf of me. Okay, save it, and come back again. I think now, as you can see, there is nothing that needs our attention here. All of the things are actioned. So as you can see here, I hope we do not have any problem. Now, after you are done with app content, you have to go up here and come to production. So this is the thing, the section we need. So we are almost in the last part of this video, all right? So here we need to create a new release. So I want to create new release. So this is basically kind of similar to creating a release for internal testers, but this is not for internal testers. This is for publishing. Okay, you can here upload a new app bundle file if you want, but I don't want that. I already have a app bundle file because a while ago we uploaded to here in internal testing. So there is already an app bundle file. I want to use that one, okay? Because I did not updated my application at all. So I can select add, as you can see here, add from library. Here, as you can see, we have one app bundle, the one we actually uploaded a while ago. Add to release. Now, as you can see, it is here. It is similar to that one, and there's a release name. You can change this name to whatever you want, just in order to kind of differentiate your release from other releases. All right. So after that, you can write some release notes. I'm not going to write any release notes here because this is just kind of first release of my application. When you update your app, you can add some information about the updates or bug fixes just right here. All right. Next, I want to save next, and then we have errors. Okay, the errors is because we did not set up the store listing at all. As you can see, your app cannot be published yet. Complete steps listed on dashboard. Okay, error. Add a full description to save. No countries or regions have been selected. Basically, what it is asking us is to come down here. If you scroll down, there's a store presence section. Okay, there's a main store listing. This one. If you tap on it, it will open up the section for you to fill out so that your application has description, screenshots, and logos and stuff like that. All right. So first of all, we start with the name. Okay, our name is good, Tasbih. That's the name I want to go. So, and the next one, you need to give it a short description. That is also required. Everything that has this kind of star mark, that is required. I already write the description, short description, and long one as well. So just in order to save us time, I already write down a description. Okay, I want to paste it here. A minimalist Dicker counter app to remember Allah everywhere you go. Okay, that's just the short description, and this is the long description. As you can see here, okay, as you can see here, it asks us full description. So okay, I want to copy all of this one. Okay, and something like that, and I want to come down here and put it here. As you can see, I have short description. Okay, let me close this one. I have short description and full description filled. Now we need our images. For example, when you download an application, you can see there are screenshots of the application. It basically shows what the application looks like. Okay, what kind of content that app has and things like that. The first one is app icon. So we need to add our application's icon. So let me actually find my app icon. So where was it? Okay, I might need to skip the video a little bit until I find my logo. Okay, now I have my app logo ready to be uploaded. So not App Store, but Play Store. Okay, if I put that, so now we should be good to go. As you can see, it gets accepted. So that should be, please remember, it should be up to 1 megabytes, and the dimension should be 512. Okay, the next one is feature graphic. So I'll show you the one I created for myself. Okay, here. So this is the feature graphic I created for my application. As you can see, it's kind of it says the app name and what it is, and kind of some little bit of banner ad for my application in Play Store. Okay, I want to close it. So, and this should also have a specific dimension. I want to show you the dimension of it. As you can see, it is 1024 by 500. Okay, so if I drop it, drop it here, it should get accepted. Let's check it. Okay, now it's done. So we move to the phone screenshots part. Here I already have phone screenshots. As you can see, I have 6 of them. You can actually upload up to 8, or is it 8? Yeah, 8. It should be at least 2 and maximum 8 phone screenshots, and each one has to be until 8 megabytes. As you can see here, down here, it's written. And it requires you to have images with certain dimensions as well. So please check out the dimensions here and make sure your screenshots are in that dimension. Okay, I want to drag all of it and drop it here. Okay, drop them here. If I wait for it, okay, now it is good. I want to change the order. Okay, I want to actually put the dark one first, probably. Something like that. Okay, how about, okay, let's put, okay, I think it's good. And put it here, something like that. And there is another one, tablet. It's also required. As you can see, it has a star sign. So we need to give that screenshots as well. I want to actually use the same screenshots for this one as well. I will drag and drop it here. You can use tablet size screenshots as well, but usually the same dimensions should be okay for this one as well. So I'll change the order again. Okay, and the next one for 10-inch tablet screenshots, and I'll use the same screenshots again. So usually it's better to use screenshots specific to that kind of device, instead of using the same screenshots. But for this kind of tutorial purpose, I want to use the same screenshots. Oops, not that, like that. This one, and this one, and this one. Okay, I think we have one more probably. Yeah, Chromebook, and this is optional. You can add if you want. If you don't want it, you can just skip it. Okay, I'll just add to this one as well. So, okay, I think we are good. Now everything is set up. We save it, and after we are done with it, we can come to store settings. If you check that, there are some tags you can add to your application. Okay, this is for search engine purpose, so it's better to add some tags. So I want to add some tags. Okay, now I selected my tags. So basically you can select the tags like this based on your application. I actually selected here, as you can see down here, I selected meditation, religious text, and self-help. So that should actually represent your application's content. Okay, and then after selecting it, you can select apply, press on it. Okay, here as you can see on top, on the right top, there's edit. If we press on it, let's select a category. What kind of category our app belongs to? Let's check out. Health, fitness, lifestyle. Maybe lifestyle. Does it represent our app? I think lifestyle should be good. Okay, I'll select lifestyle. Okay, lifestyle. Okay, I saved it, and you can close it. App, lifestyle. Here, as you can see, email address, phone number, website, things like that. Okay, let's add it. Email address. For email address, I'll add the same email address. .com. You see, guys, this is kind of, this takes time. Usually you have to try it and see it for yourself. So phone number is not required. If you want, you can add it. So I'm not going to add it. So email is required. That's enough. So for my website, okay, I will add this one. This is actually shohruh.ak.com is my website. Okay, website's URL. So that's it. This should be all right. Let's save it. After that, we can close it. So what else? I think for this one we are done. And let's go back again to the same production and edit release. So again, next one, everything is set here. If we come, one more error. Okay, I think this is the last one. No countries or regions have been selected. Okay, we need to select countries for our application. Okay, when we come to here, there is countries and regions. All right, so we need to tap on it, and here you can add countries and regions. So you should make sure that your application is available to the countries you want. So here I want to select all countries. So it's just a simple application. I can just make it available for everyone in the world. So I'll save it. As soon as I save it, hopefully we are done with this one. I want to edit the release and tap on next again. If we check here, now we don't have any error at all. Okay, so there is one warning, so you can just ignore it. Usually with Flutter application there is always one or two warnings, so that's nothing to worry about. Now everything is set. Now we can actually save it. Okay, now we saved it. As you can see, the release is here and it's done, and it says ready to send for review. Okay, so we can go to publishing overview here, and there, okay, what is it? Control when changes are sent for review on publishing overview. Okay, you can just skip it. You can read it if you want. So it's something new they added recently, I guess. Go to publishing overview. So here, if you want your application to be kind of available as soon as it's approved, or if you want to make it available after it's approved by yourself, then you can actually come to here, turn on managed publishing, and you can select any of that. So the first one is managed publishing on. That means you have to publish your application by yourself until it's after it's approved, okay? Or if you want it publish it as soon as it's approved, you can select this one, managed publishing off. Okay, I will select that one. I'll just leave it as it is. Here, as you can see, if you send these changes to Google for review, they'll be published automatically as soon as they're approved. That's what I said. Okay. So and the next one, send 14 changes for review. So basically what you need to do, you need to tap on this button and then send changes for review. These changes will be sent to Google for review. Managed publishing is off, so these changes will be published automatically as soon as they are approved. Okay, let's send it. Okay, let's come out here, start to roll out. Okay, yeah, in review. As you can see, it is in review. So we basically sent our application to review. So you can wait for it. It usually takes some time. It might take a week or more than that. Sometimes it might kind of get published after a day. So it's not kind of fixed usually. All right. So please be patient, especially if your Play Console account is new. It might take longer. Or if you are a kind of already app publishing developer, that might kind of get approved quite fast. Okay, that's it, guys. So this is the end of our tutorial. I hope you find this useful. If that's the case, please consider subscribing to my channel and also smash that like button. Okay, see you in the next video.